I want to do capacity planning on EdgeConnect licenses. I didn't want to put a 500 meg license when the store uses 20 meg of bandwidth. So I want to optimize my spend, my OpEx, and right size my licenses. Some people want to do capacity planning on boxes. Do I need to upgrade my boxes? And if so, to what size? So that's a CapEx exercise. The common one is I want to do capacity planning for WAN links. Do I need to go to my service provider and get a bigger link? This feature tackles the first two at the appliance level. It's not built to be a WAN link capacity planner. I put 2 cups of water in various size containers. I end up with different capacities. 2 cups in a 2-cup container, 100% capacity. 2 cups in a 4-cup container, 50% capacity, etc. Why is that important? Well, the capacity utilization is a ratio of my consumed versus unit capacity. And my unit capacity can be defined as the system WAN side limit, sum of interfaces, total outbound, EdgeConnect licenses. Let me show 2 different examples. Remember the container size, that Pyrex measuring cup. Why was that important? Well, your utilization is a function of what your container size is. System-wise, inbound or outbound limit is the minimum of 3 terms, sum of inbound or outbound interfaces, total, or license. You see system limit, 20,000. You see interfaces. Well, quick math tells you that the sum of interfaces is greater than 20,000. In fact, it's greater than 30,000. So I have a license of 20,000. I have a system limit of 30,000, and I have a sum of interfaces that are in the 45-ish thousand. So you could see in this case, this box is governed by the license. The system limit is the minimum of those things. It's governed by the license. My container size is 20 meg. In the case of Kennesaw 6, I have sum of interfaces that it's, let's say, 480,000 for round numbers, a 1 gig license, system limit set to 200,000. Sum of interfaces is clearly more than 200,000. The system limit is the shaper or the system threshold. So in this case, this is the limit. In the UI, there's a pull down. What is my container? What am I measuring against? License, sum of interfaces, system total, effective system limit, which would be just the minimum of one of those 3. Inbounds bit per second. We used to put these in bytes. We have a pull down. You can choose bytes, you can choose bits per second. So I have a 10 megabits per second consumption against 43, 23.6% utilization. I can put it against licenses. The availability KPIs introduce business hours. So you can set business hours for your appliances. So if it is a retail environment where your shop's open, let's say 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., I can set business hours and measure the capacity utilization against only those hours. If the store is off at night, if the appliance is off at night, distort or dilute the average by not taking business hours into account. You can set a threshold. 95% is the default. And then there will be what percentage of absolute time in terms of minutes am I above the threshold. So you can see in this case, 9 minutes inbound exceeded, 12 minutes outbound exceeded my threshold of 95%. So you can do trending and determine based on what your threshold is, how much of the time am I right sized, am I undersized, am I oversized based on minutes against that threshold.